love step by step. So for me, it's not just sex or it's not just me fucking or anything like that. It's always just an experience that I'm grateful for. I'm happy to be a part of.
Men, but I think there's too. Men don't have that pressure to look perfect. Like
not the look perfect pressure.
What's up? What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal. And adding more Ciroc.
I love it.
You guys got to jump in. We're doing our introductions.
Oh wait.
My name is Ace Hood. This is my wife.
She's Marie.
You did.
Well, listen, we are looking to you guys today for so much great information. First of all, congratulations on being, I guess, are you still considered like newlyweds right now?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how long you're newlyweds, but I think so.
Yeah. Until you say you're not anymore.
Right. 6 months, something like that, maybe. You become officially.
Yeah, we're newlyweds. That's it.
All right. Until your first anniversary, you guys are newlyweds.
Right. There it is.
All right. And I love to see it. Like, I love, first of all, how positive and happy you guys are. And also just promoting this like lifestyle of wellness and meditation and yoga. And
right.
That is so dope to me. So I just want to commend y'all.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, y'all looking good. Y'all in shape.
I'll drink to that.
Even during quarantine.
And glowing. You glowing up under the hat, girl.
He don't never have a shirt on. He has like a 12-pack. I mean, I have to keep up.
A 12-pack, whoa.
A lot of work, you know? Take a lot of work.
So how has quarantine been for you guys? And then we're going to get all in your business as a couple because I feel like you can educate us on a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you want to go first? You want to say? So quarantine has been interesting to say the least for me. I've had my ups and downs with quarantine and being like isolated or whatnot, but I think it's been great for the most part though, in an interesting way, because I think just setting the intention of what I want to happen during this time, what I want to create after the fact, after this madness is all over with. So it's like in the beginning though, it was very trying times because we had just came off honeymoon and stuff and traveling. And we were just in this peaceful space to traveling back over to the United States to just being in an actual pandemic and like shut down as soon as we got here. So in the beginning, like the first week and a half, it was a little tough. You know, we had ups and downs. Just miscommunication, here and there between me and her. So, but after a while, I was able to gain some type of consistency with it and really kind of settle myself down. And then understand what's happening and then say, all right, cool. Let me just feed my mind and my body full of just like things that's going to keep me uplifted and keep me healthy. So, and keep my mind focused and learning and going, you know what I'm saying? And not just going back into the fear of everything else. So, yeah.
Well, throughout this episode, just so y'all know, we're going to be playing games with y'all to see who does something. It's kind of a newlywed game throughout. So we're going to keep on throwing questions. So first one is, who initiates sex more?
Oh, easy. Life, y'all, and I'm stuck here with quarantine with him. Help!
Girl, be grateful for what you got because I wish I was quarantined with a bae. Okay,
I agree.
Girl,
the grass is always greener on the other side. I feel like.
Appreciate it, girl. Appreciate it. I'm about 7 days in the house. Okay?
That's why he got 12 packs.
True point.
This man, we were just talking about that yesterday. This man like incorporate exercising in sex.
He does it.
Hold on. What? I'm like,
you know it.
He's not counting. You're not counting.
Am I counting?
Yeah, like reps. Like here we go.
I'm not counting. Nah, because it allows me to at least get into like positions. I think, or just try new stuff, man, and take myself, you know what I mean?
Ooh, so you flexible,
awkward positions in order to get to certain, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like the process. I like that.
Sheila, do you keep it real? You be doing them squats though, on the, the backward squat.
Look, I be doing them squats, but girl, my knees is only but so strong. I work it, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, we got.
She like, I ain't make the stallion now.
Exactly, I'm working on it.
Have y'all ever done something like on a headstand? Like, do y'all experiment like that deep into it?
We didn't do a headstand.
We do a headstand, yeah.
But we have like a book.
Not yet.
Like all these it's like, of course, it's like a whole book of exercises and sex that also give you a workout at the same time. So
wow.
Sometimes we'll just take it out and be like, okay, which one you want to try? And so
live through the book. That's
like 9 to 10 exercises, and then
might remix that and make it like the black version,
like the ghetto Kama Sutra.
You get what I'm saying? I'll buy it.
The hood Kama Sutra.
The Ratchet Sutra.
Yeah. Let's get to it.
That's kind of lit though.
I think
I would buy that. Add a little tantric in it.
I'll take 10%. That's
Add a little tantric in there. Future mixed with the tantric. I think we just gave y'all a good idea.
I'm telling you, that's a lit idea.
Great idea.
Now I want to ask you this, Ace. So after you met Sheila, obviously you guys have been educating each other on a lot of different things. You've said that you were surprised he even wanted to talk to you, and you felt insecure at first when you guys started dating, just because you don't look at yourself as the type of person, which, by the way, I can't see how you wouldn't.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Yeah, who are a rapper, but lifestyle-wise maybe is what you meant. But let me ask you this. How has sex improved just from improving like your diet and yoga? Has that improved the way that you have sex and the way that you orgasm?
Yes, it does. It does. It's like, my energy, man, like I'm always like, I'm just like a machine, I feel like. So it's like for me, my metabolism, is low, and I just, I'm constantly like burning. So for me, it makes it that much more fun. So I feel like being in shape and for sure doing all that I do in my exercising world definitely helps with sex. 1,000%.
And I think as a woman, the more comfortable, the more confidence you feel about your body. Like, you know how it is when you work out like 3 days, you're like, oh, I feel it. I see the results already. Like,
let's go.
You feel better about yourself. You're more, to me, then that translates to sex, because you're going to bring yourself into the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the better I feel about myself, the more I'm going to be adventurous. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to have more energy. And so I think it does translate for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes people be nervous. Like, I think women, we can be very self-conscious. Like, we want the lights off. And then you be trying to suck your stomach in at the same time that you trying to have sex. Sheila, don't you nod, because you don't know what this is like, okay?
You can't suck your stomach in your sleep, so that ain't going to work.
You know what? I receive these compliments. I'm just to say, women don't take compliments. I'm just to receive the compliments.
She talking about, like, girl, you ain't got to worry about none of these things. But it is true. Like, we do sometimes overthink it. And I know they always say guys really just don't care. As long as they fucking, they good. But I don't know that is that true?
No, that's not true. Well, at least for me, it's not. It's an experience. I think anytime that we get to connect, man, it's like, again, setting the intention. Mm-hmm. And like, it's always just like a dope experience. It's like me enjoying her body, me being able to like explore. Like, I love that, and then watching her as the process is actually happening, and unraveling, unfolding. Like, I love step by step. So for me, it's not just sex, or it's not just me fucking or anything like that. It's always just an experience that I'm grateful for. I'm happy to be a part of.
Men, but I think what they're saying too, men don't have that pressure to look perfect. Like,
not the look perfect pressure. We don't have that.
You'll see the most raggedy dudes.
Yes.
Oh no, niggas don't care.
Talking about what you table, and y'all ain't got a table. You got that folding table you bring out when you play cards. Talking about what you bring to the table. Sir, you don't even have a real table. And I feel like men don't have that pressure. They just butt out. They don't care, whatever, and they just come like, I'm fine. But women, it's like there's a pressure to be perfect.
Men do have different pressures, right? Like, more like to be more of a provider and bring other things.
That's a good point, Angela. That is a great point.
Money, power. I feel like respect, because it's like I couldn't. A guy becomes more attractive the more respected he is, the more powerful he is. Because if he's just getting herbed, you're like, oh, get this little ugly motherfucker
out of my face.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this: who is more likely to fall asleep after sex?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be tired.
I didn't anticipate that one. I thought you were going to say.
I thought it was definitely going to be Ace Hood.
I'm glad you said that.
It was going to be me?
Yes.
we always think guys fall asleep after sex, but I'm glad you said that, because I said that's me too.
Yeah, I be so relaxed, you ready to
Me too.
He does a good job, is what you're saying.
Intense orgasms that like make you feel like your soul coming out of your body.
Right. Exactly. Drains.
Wow.
It's time to go to sleep.
Now let's see how much y'all talk to each other about everything. So, Ace Hood, can you name who was Sheila's first love?
That's a good question. I don't even know if I've ever asked you who your first love was.
Right.
But I think that
not directly.
I think that there was somebody when you were younger that you had a relationship with that.
Keep it coming, love. You almost there.
I don't know the name, but I do know that you guys were young.
Warmer.
Relationship and you were hurt. I think it was around high school or something like that.
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot potato. No, I'm joking.
He's in the area. He's in the area.
I'm in the area though. I'm in the area. I don't know his name or nothing like that. I know the experience.
So is a high school first love, he broke your heart?
I don't know if he broke my heart. I feel like we kind of grew apart, but the fact that it didn't work broke my heart.
Okay.
I was like, oh, when you're young, you think, oh, we're going to get married. My first love, all that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So who was Ace's first love?
Oh, Lord.
She's like, I don't.
Question. Was it girl?
I don't know if he knows.
I think it was Sheila.
The one when you came back in the laptop thing, and then y'all ended up breaking that.
He don't even know his own stories.
I do.
He looked at her like, who's?
There was a certain level of like love, I think, but there wasn't like a deep level.
I don't even think I know it, to be honest.
You know, it's interesting for me. I think I experienced love very differently when I was coming up and being in the industry. So it was, I didn't really allow myself to experience a deep level of love though before.
What he's trying to say is the first love is right here, boo.
I said that. That was my answer. I said.
Now we want to hear this laptop.
Really matter, boo.
We want to hear the laptop story. What happened?
Yeah, come on now. I got a laptop.
I heard that little laptop. Right, she was in I can put her business out. Whatever, and it was like around the time when I first had my few singles. I just got signed to Def Jam and was We Best Music. We just dropped a single around this time. So I was new to the industry. So we were dating for maybe like 8 months, a year, something like that. And me, be crazy not overprotective, but just be.
You're not jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'm not the jealous type. I don't call and continue calling women and hitting her up and say, what are you doing? What you got going on? So that's not who I am. I'm just focused on my business and trusting that you're going to make your own decisions. And if you do decide to step out of a relationship or whatever, it's your decision. So one day I come home from traveling or whatever, and then she's not there. She's actually on the beach. And as soon as I get there, it's like the laptop sitting on the computer, the laptop that I purchased her. And as I proceed to open the laptop, right? Someone just told me to just check the laptop.
Don't buy no laptops. I learned
already been going through had already intuitively been feeling like there's something deeper happening with the situation. Ended up going through the laptop, seeing all type of pictures with her and another dude.
Damn.
It
was old. It was old.
She got my scarf on. She got my shirt on. Picture. It's like, no, it's like, it's there. It's there. So me, I just, kindly sent the call and said, hey, matter of fact, I didn't even say nothing because she was on the beach and she was sick. She wasn't feeling well. So
you sick on the beach now.
So I was actually playing that role of like, oh, I'm so sorry that you don't feel well. Meantime, the entire time, it's like 2-3 floors. I'm bringing all her stuff downstairs.
I didn't hear that part.
They slid.
Ruthless.
Pull up. I was young, my sisters didn't pull up. And then it was active, and it was like, it ain't none of that happened. So.
Did you take the laptop you bought back?
Did I take the laptop? Yes, I took the laptop. Yes, I took the laptop.
You did.
Yeah. I took the laptop. Yeah, I let her keep like the purses and like shoes and stuff like that. But I kept the laptop.
Angela knows I had a similar situation happen to me where I found out some dirt through a laptop I bought for him for Christmas, and I river danced on that motherfucking laptop. I broke the shit backwards. Yeah, because I had a laptop already. I just wanted to make sure that bitch didn't fucking get to use that laptop. I just gonna use my laptop to cheat on me.
Somebody could have used that laptop. You could. Well,
now, and it ain't gonna be him, child.
I think I was actually a savage. I think I gave it to my mom. I think I gave it to
You should have.
Following relationship.
You see, you was a little. I wanted him to feel that laptop he broke and know that I seen them emails.
Know why?
I'm gonna break it first and
the laptop was literally like the least part of it.
Right.
Her arriving back to the house with all her stuff outside, greeting her, awaiting her as she pull up in the yard. That shit there, you ain't even got to worry about the laptop.
She was really sick then.
Her move her stuff into her vehicle as like she don't know what's happening, but I know what's happening and I got the jump on you. So I'm outside with me and my sisters and they like, yeah, run it, back up. So we just there posting like, yeah, man, like you know what it is.
Did you take her back after that?
Huh?
Did you take her back after that?
No take backs.
Once.
Have you ever taken somebody back for cheating?
Huh?
Have you ever taken somebody back for cheating? After cheating?
After.
No, never.
Has anybody taken you back after cheating? Has anybody taken you back after cheating?
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Like, cheating is just
because y'all can dish it, but y'all can't take it.
Right.
Period.
I was gonna say it's very different for each gender. Like women and cheating, like men will make this whole story that you're like almost praised for how much bullshit you can take, but the
That's
other
right.
spectrum is like we do one thing and it's like
One
you
thing.
know what I'm saying? They can
Off with your head.
Yeah, period. Right.
Well,
Like,
Yeah,
they can't take it. They
what about you, ladies? Have y'all ever taken somebody back after they cheated?
look at that? They see what I mean?
She's trying to be funny. How about you, Angela? Have you ever taken somebody back after cheating?
I'm sure I have. Yeah. But not for long. Not for long.
I've been taken back after cheating too.
I have too.
I definitely have.
Yeah.
Different? Did the relate like was it different? Did it always show up or you felt like
I thought
no, it's never the same after.
Never the same.
It was different.
Life after cheating is never the same.
And they always bring it up, just like we always would bring it up. Like, and
even though you agree to put it in the past, and from this day forward, we'll never speak on it again. The first argument, that's the first thing that come up.
Right.
And you was fucking that nigga. You was fucking that bitch. Like it's
Never
okay.
fail.
to me it's tricky because like the cheating to me is like a symptom. Like, you know, if you are coughing, it's a symptom of something else. Like you need to look at, is it your respiratory? Like what's going on? What's making you cough?
Right. Is it coronavirus?
For some.
And
some just ain't shit.
If you don't look at what caused the cheating, like what laid the foundation for the cheating, like why did you cheat? Like men sometimes cheat
right.
with power or they want to feel dominant. So you want to make sure you still, like if you don't get
because they mama wasn't shit and they didn't treat them like shit.
Girl, can we talk about this? I'm like,
but I ain't about to have to deal with that for the rest of my life because your mama
carry baggage.
Yeah. If they're willing to look
never let it go.
If they're willing to talk about it, if y'all willing to look at it, it could maybe, but if not, it's just gonna keep showing up.
Cycle. Same cycle.
Well, let me ask this next question. Who was the first person to talk about marriage?
You know what, Angela?
He didn't even point or say anything. He
just like, barely even blinked.
Because you know, man, you know it's different for guys, man. You know, like me coming from where I came from. As a man, you feel like you need your finances and everything. You know, you need ducks in a row in order to feel like you want to be in a position to get married, and whether it's with issues with yourself, financial issues, life issues outside of that. You know, so. It's just a lot that comes with that. You want to.
But why do you think guys are like that? Because why don't they feel like, okay, this woman is down for me, even if shit isn't all the way together? Instead, they are just like, well, I don't have my shit together. So, like, I don't understand why.
Men are not taught compassion. You know, men are not taught how to be empathetic. You know, men are we just are basically like guys who work hard to provide for our families, and if in our mind, if we can't do that at a healthy level, a high level, we feel like, you know, that's where we place a lot of our work that is in our finances. For men in general, it's like that's where their energy, power, and all of that security lies, is in that. So, you know, the moment though you actually have compassion and, you know, for yourself, it's kind of like understanding, even if you ain't there, you know how to, you know, be, you know, just kind of accept where you are and then understand where you want to be. You know, as opposed to being like, man, I ain't shit. I never came out, I don't have none, I ain't this, I'm not this.
Yeah, but I would feel like a woman being like, I love you no matter what would make you feel better. And you're like, well, let me take her now that she loves me when I don't have. But it's kind of like the opposite. It's like, okay, well, even though she loves me, I'm gonna wait till I'm good and then I'll marry her.
And plus, according to your new song, you're very confident.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a high five.
Yeah. It's true though, man. It's true.
Don't tell me you be lying in your lyrics.
Yeah.
Who's capping?
I said, don't tell me you be lying in your lyrics.
I'm confident. I'm speaking on men. But just saying that, I was a man in that prediction. Like I've been there, you know, so I can speak on it. Like I've been a man to where it's like I've thought that my, you know, that who I was existed in my finances. Like whether or not I was worthy or not existed in the way, on based on whether or not I could provide for my loved ones. You dig? So it's like once I maybe got to a space, or if ever gotten into a space to where I couldn't do that, I felt unworthy. I felt like you know, unworthy of love and all of this other stuff. So you know, when you don't have that in your life, so. Regardless of how she feels about me or the love that she gives off to me, it's like if I don't have it for myself, it's like I can never really just take the love that she got and really be able to like appreciate it. So,
well, Sheila, you make good money. Now, would you have been able to be okay?
She put her arm
like, look, you think you could be okay with your woman making more money than you?
Me?
Yeah. Ain't no other guy here.
No, us. No, me.
You know what? I think I ain't even hear that, you know?
I'm joking.
You know how it be.
Would you feel insecure by that, or would you feel like, oh, that's dope?
I think if I didn't have a plan, I think I would feel insecure.
Okay. It should be motivated. I think it should be motivated.
Because you might be in situations to where, say, if you got a significant other and they make tons of money, but or whatever you make, you know, you might be in a situation where you make more money at the particular time, but understanding that it's just that moment and that you will figure it out until you get to that next thing. So that's not by having a plan. So
I think that's always good though, to know that if I need to handle some other things, she got me. And then she knows if I gotta handle some things, he got me. It's kind of like a situation where I think some of the best relationships are when you know that you could rely on the other person if you should need to.
Safety net.
Right.
Otherwise, I could do bad by myself. What's the point?
Hello.
Right.
You never know what may happen, and that's all the point of picking the right person that's going to be there for you regardless of anything. Because God forbid something does happen and you do need to lean or depend on that person. You need them to be able to be there and be by your side and be your half, or at least. You know?
Exactly.
And also sometimes I feel like, and I'm not talking about you, Ace Hood, but sometimes guys like for women to have to depend on them. You know what I'm saying? Like they like to put you in a position where I make more than you, and with that, I don't want you to work. I don't want you to do nothing.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like stop working now that you're with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel
like a lot of the things that we are socialized and conditioned to think that are like cute in a relationship are actually toxic. You know, like a lot of songs, like a reason you gotta look and investigate the reason. Like, why would a guy want you to quit your job? It could be out of a good place, like he just doesn't want you to work. But a lot of times it's so he can control you. You can't make your own money, and you on his schedule. He can take it from you whenever he wants. He can help you with it, manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women want to feel taken care of. Like it comes from, oh, I just want somebody to take care of me. But what is that? Are you looking for a dad? Are you trying to replace your dad? Like what? You know what I'm saying? It could be toxic. So it's tricky.
Doesn't it feel
just
good
like
though?
Just like men have those issues, women, we have some of those issues too with being raised and maybe not having the right figure to look up to. So it's not, we can't just always blame the men, because sometimes we do fall for certain things because of what was lacking in childhood.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't it feel good to have a woman who's like self-made and, you know, got her own thing and has established like her own businesses and everything?
Yes, absolutely.
And
as long as it's not more than you.
And somebody, but also somebody you could learn from, because I think that's important when you're in a relationship.
I need something like that for sure. Like, yeah, as a man, I definitely need that.
Because just think about it, like you never have been doing yoga, and I saw that you actually had to do private yoga classes first, just so you could get like comfortable.
Yeah.
I remember all the guys, they were like, you're going, what? Y'all are doing yoga? Like, what you doing? Like, they're like, why are you
yoga is amazing. I love yoga. It's amazing.
You know, one thing about you, Ace Hood, is like I heard an interview with you a few years ago, and you were on Sway in the Morning. And I was like, oh my God, like the way that he's talking and the way that he's like just, I don't know, it was just the way that you articulated yourself and everything, where you surprised Sheila when you met him and that was the way that he carried himself.
It was weird. The thing about Ace is he's kind of like, he's so open-minded. Like you wouldn't know it maybe just from the image that's out there, but he's really open. And that's what I was surprised about. I didn't know all of that was going to be there. Like I had an inclination, like when it's the first time I saw him, like in a flash, I just had all this, like, this could be really, I feel like he's a very interesting person, but I didn't see the evidence. I don't know where I thought that from. So when he was open to it, and every now and even now he just starts saying stuff, he'll just come out and be like, I was reading this book about physics and you know what I'm saying, and your body and blah. I'm like, who are you?
Very intellectual, right. Yeah. Like
either that or he got some good game.
Well, he might have fooled everybody because I was listening like, yo, he know what he talking about.
He about to change his name to Ace, not Hood.
Why somebody say Ace community?
Ace for the community. Ace made it out the hood.
All right, now the next thing I want to touch on, and I know this is going to be helpful to a lot of people, but blended families, right? Because Ace said you have children, and Sheila, we see how much you love his kids. So how did you guys get to the point where you could actually bring your kids around and then you could actually feel comfortable enough to embrace that? How did y'all get to that point, and was it difficult?
It was very difficult. It was very difficult. I think that was just, it was just an ongoing situation, man, for years. I feel like ever since I had my daughter, it was just back and forth between us that just was just unhealthy. Neither one of us wanted to go to court. Neither one of us, we just trying to figure it out. My kids live in Carolina, so it took because we was already doing little court things, and I was already working on putting myself on child support and stuff, but was moving at my own pace, which can be, I'm a tar, it can be slow sometimes. With having her is that, what I love about her mainly though, is that it's like who she, like, her being who she said she was, you know what I'm saying? So her coming in and feeling like, into our relationship, feeling like this is important to me. This is important that our families blend, and that, that we just have a healthy relationship. And for me, overall, I've always wanted a healthy relationship with the mother of my children, but she just could never see that far down. Because for her, it was just all about the kids and everything that I'm doing out here. So, once she stepped in, it was just another voice, man. Her stepping in and just kind of just saying that, look, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to create, and just setting that precedence, man.
I always thought to myself, if these were my children, how would I want them to be treated? What type of situation would I want them to be in? And I told him, like, straight up, like, I'm not moving forward with no nigga. Like, y'all gotta figure this out, because at the end of the day, if it's about the kids, you have to put it to the side. And for me, it was really important for them to have a healthy co-parenting relationship. But the place it had to start from, which I feel like a lot of women might have problems with, is I actually had to really have empathy for her. Like, at first I came in and was kind of like, oh, why y'all
on his side?
Right. And then I have a really good group of friends. And my friends always brought me back down, like, have you ever thought about what it's like to be hurt? Have you ever thought about, like, all the stuff that happened, like, before you got there? Like, how does it feel? You got 2 kids and he just out here doing yoga and living his best life. Like, and then as a woman, I'm
yoga.
Like,
when you said it just sounded funny right there.
Right, he over here downward dogging.
He planking this shit, and we fucking say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, I had to approach her and be like, sis, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever, apologize even for things I didn't know I did, period. And it's not about no ego, no nothing. It's just a matter of, I told her, like, look, me and you are strong women. We can create or we can destroy. We can make this hell or we can make this very easy. And we both agreed, like, you know what? We love the kids. It's better now. I can call, hey, did Sailor get this? Oh, yeah, she's sick. What does she usually do? Okay, great. What you want them to do this summer? Blah, blah. It's like we are a community. You know what I'm saying? And to me,
She saved your life, Ace Hood.
Right.
Okay. Anything else?
But hold on. Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
One second. Because, like, I think this is important, though, for people to understand. It's not, it's always a choice. You can meet a man and it's ultimately going to be his choice on whether or not he want to put in the time and the effort and really go that level for you and for the relationship and whether or not he feels like it's worth it. For me, it's what I've always wanted to create. So for me, finding her was just a part of my frequency and what I wanted to create. I knew I wanted a certain type of woman, so I called that forth. So for me, it was like, regardless of what, I wanted the tribal situation because I wanted a level of healthiness within the relationship with my mother, the mother of my children and my kids. When she came along, like, it just made even more sense because, I like that. I like her standing by her word and standing what she believes in because, like, for me, it forces me as a man to take accountability. So it's like, either you're not going to go through this, or you're gonna rise in this situation. So there's an opportunity for me to be better. So for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take it as that, and I looked at it as just like, that's constructive criticism and things like that help me move through.
Yeah, because I think it's so whack when women are with a guy who has kids and they don't want to encourage them to take care of their kids or spend more time. I fought the woman also. I couldn't be with a guy who had children and wasn't handling his responsibilities. That is the wackest thing on the planet.
Period.
I agree.
They be the same ones that came from a broken family. You came from not everybody, but if you came from a family where your dad wasn't out in the picture or your mom wasn't in the picture in the way that you wanted, like, that affects your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, even on a spiritual level, to me, like, I have integrity. I really do believe in what I speak about healing and healing the Black community. Even on that level, I said to myself, well, even if me and Ace never work out, like, Sailor and Junior are going to grow up to be, they're humans. They're not babies. They grow and they're going to be people in this world. And, like, what would it help if they didn't have a good relationship with their dad?
Now, Sheila, do you mind me asking, what do Ace's kids call you?
They call me Sheila. They call me their bonus mommy, but really, if we're in the house, they just be like, Sheila.
The reason why I asked is because I don't know if you've seen, like, it was like a lot of recent things with Russell Wilson and when he ended off
Future,
and Baby Future, and he ended it off with Daddy Loves You. So I just, I wonder, because I had a situation where I was dating a guy and I was around his child a lot, never said this to the child, but I guess to the mother one day, she was like, oh, my mommy, and was referring to me. And I swear to God, they know me. I would never do that with the child. But then she didn't want the child around me anymore because she felt like I was telling the child to call me that or whatever. So I just wondered, like, what, like, how y'all go about that? Is it like Miss Sheila? Is it like Mom?
Sailor and Junior love their mama. They are not going to call me.
You had that issue before, though.
Yep.
The stepmother.
Just because, when things started to change, like, because the kids started to be affected above all, like, what really started to create the change was that, like, once the kids started coming over here, and when I would travel, she would really be looking out for the kids. She would really taking care of them, doing games, all of this creative stuff that, they didn't have the space for, technically. You know what I'm saying? And she's a different person when it comes to that. She's a teacher naturally, so like, it's who she is. So for them, there was an issue because, she wouldn't like the way that the kids actually spoke of her because she wanted to be considered as like the only mother. And she felt threatened because a woman like that came in and because the children were calling her mother and all of that. So
they never called me mom.
Or not even mom, or just the love, or just them constantly talking about her. Was really the main thing, and it allowed her. She started to feel challenged as a mother,
right?
Because she felt like I deserve all the love. I want all the love from you guys, and that's when she was able to step in.
You remember that Peppa Pig that y'all ever seen Peppa Pig? The little they like have little pretty voices, the little look at game like it's like Mama Pig and Daddy Pig and Baby Pig and Georgie Pig, right? And we were playing like accents because we do that a lot, and I remember that moment when Junior accidentally, he was like, that's Daddy Pig and you're Mommy Pig. And like, it was like, just like a little slip. It was around that time where it started to be like.
But you know what? When people are married and you are a stepmother, I do feel like at some point, like, I mean, when you get married, I think if you're a girlfriend or it's different. But I think when you actually are married and it's long-term and it's in it for the long haul and you're in these kids' lives for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, I can't say what is the right thing to do, but I could see instead of saying stepmommy, you might just be like, mommy,
mom.
Right. All right. Now, who said "I love you" first?
Ooh.
I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was me.
Were you scared to say it?
Oh yes, I was terrified in the beginning because I feel like in the beginning of our relationship, I really wasn't sure if Ace was going to choose the relationship because of how he could see how many hurdles he would have to jump over in order to be in this. Like he knew a lot of things were going to have to change, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't know if he was up for the challenge. So, but if it was in my heart, I definitely am just gonna say it. So I said it.
Where were you guys? Like, what's the scenario?
I don't remember where. I remember the time period. That was when we were in the other house. And I feel like it was like one of the times I was living in New York. So we had like, flew just to visit. And we, like spend the weekend together. It was one of those moments.
Did he say it back?
I don't think so.
No, you ain't shit.
Wow. I knew you were going to say yes.
But I appreciated that because I don't want you to lie to me just to make me feel better.
So what did you say? Thank you.
Right.
He probably said something like, "That's a vibe."
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Period.
It's a vibe.
I really
True.
Do you remember
that one?
Do you remember when he said? Do you remember?
Like, that's a vibe.
But what were you thinking, Ace, when she told you that?
Honestly, it sounds a little shitty. I don't even know if I can remember the moment of when we actually said it.
Shit.
Oh, never mind.
You ain't getting none tonight.
Exactly. 12 pack tonight. 11 pack now.
It's not even a bad thing. It's like life unfolds, man.
Do you remember when you said
see? Like that was like a topic.
That was the
survived.
response. Oh my God.
Do you remember when he said it to you the first time, Sheila?
I don't the first time he said it back, but I can remember the feeling. Like as I'm thinking about it, I just was so excited. Like I just feel like I'm just I'm open hearted. Like I just feel like I loved him the first time I saw him. Like the first time I laid eyes on him and physically in person. Like I just seen his eyes and he had this big smile, which I was not expecting. Like I'd never seen him smile. Like in anything. And so I was just like, oh my heart. I was just like, I love this person.
Oh, so you was in love at first sight.
Girl, I was a wreck. Girl, it was a wrap for me. I just told myself, but I hope we're supposed to do this, girl, because we doing this.
When did you have that first talk with him when you was like, listen, I like you, but I'm not going to be dealing with all the bullshit?
Yes, you're right. That was like when we were deciding, okay, so we've been doing this long distance. I'm in New York, you in Florida. What's up? Like, we're not getting any younger. That was a conversation where we had to be like, okay, so what are our choices?
What is this future looking like for us?
Would you have moved to New York?
Me? No.
That was you knew that.
That wasn't even a consideration, huh?
No, it wasn't even a consideration, not at all. No.
Right. So how was it moving to New York for you?
To Florida?
To Florida. Sorry, to Florida.
Well, I grew up in Florida. We grew up like an hour, how far? Like about an hour away from each other.
Like same county.
Yeah, my family is down here, so it was moving back home. And so at first I was like, I had all these ideas about how, well, that's like failure. That's like going back. I can't go back. I'm in New York. But then it turned out that it was moving back home that I started my company and I started doing everything that I'm doing now. So in a weird way, I think it was perfect. It was hard at first though, because at the time, like he still had his engineer living with him, and like it was like a boys, like Peter Pan, the Lost Boys. Like y'all ain't got nowhere to go. You don't have.
Lived in the man cave.
It was a frat.
Oh my gosh, they would be there all day, just there, and people just show up all the time. Like that's the only woman in there. But
I was an artist. That's back when I was an artist, 24/7. I was like this thing.
But not a
day
human.
Day on. I wasn't really a human, but I was just machine.
Did your family like him at first?
Yes, my family. So my family liked him when they met. They were open. Like my family is so non-judgmental. They accept everybody. Oh, hey, girl, come on. So when they met him and they saw like how nice and friendly and grounded he was and down to earth, they loved him. My family adores him and they love his family too.
Okay. All right. Next question. Ace Hood, does Sheila have an orgasm every time?
Not every time.
normal. That's normal.
Percentage wise, how much would you say if you had to guess?
Oh, percentage wise.
She's looking the other way.
Waiting for him to get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Probably about percentage wise, I'm gonna say about 75, 80%.
Wow, that's what I was thinking in my mind.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Now, Ace Hood, have you ever faked an orgasm?
Never.
Never in your life.
Can a guy fake an orgasm?
No.
Hell yeah.
We had some guests.
Yeah. I got confident.
But doesn't an orgasm mean they come? Like, how can you?
Guys have
them when they really did.
Oh, I didn't even know this was a thing. And this is a thing?
We've had a few guys orgasms for multiple reasons. It was not wet enough. It was not smelling good. It just was whack.
Oh.
Trying to get it over with.
Starfish.
They'd be like,
They start calling.
Fake, like, period.
Okay, I learned something new today. Okay.
How long did it take before both of you knew, like, okay, I got to cut off anybody else I'm talking to because this person is the one?
Ooh. I feel like that was right about a few months in.
When we moved in together, I think.
Okay, yes. When we moved in together, that's when it became like, yeah, sure.
This is really real.
Yeah. I wasn't I was like, had situationships, you know what I'm saying? I was like, New York is for dating. So I was like kind of seeing people here and there, but not like on
right.
I had a few situations that were ending kind of, so. But when I like started talking to him seriously, it kind of fell out just because I felt the energy was so present here. I was like, why even?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Asa? Were you in any like serious things that you had to?
No. None that I had a serious that I had to cut off like that. No. I had already done that before the process. Like I was already, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Now, last question for you guys. Who masturbates more?
Ooh.
Talked about that last night.
He said.
Talked about that last night. Yep.
So we were talking about that. He's like, do you feel some type of way? I said, no, I think everybody should.
It's like working out, It's like working out.
He said it's like working out to him.
And it's like,
for the game.
Like, meaning just like from a perspective of just like exercising, like our chemistry, it's amazing. But, if it's not between, I'm always, sometimes I might exercise a little bit, the playful energy, I feel like doing it. You learn different things, you try different stuff. And again, it's like learning yourself.
But you try different things when you masturbate. I always thought that's the thing.
I mean, not in that way, not like that though. But you see different positions. You might experiment with the grab and the turn and the twisting. Like it's you gotta test your sensitivity.
Can you share the knowledge you gave?
You gotta test sensitivity and see how you like it. You might like the soft, you might like the rough, you might like the little tickle around, you might like the underneath. You never know. You gotta try.
But you have to share the knowledge. So you gotta be like, Sheila, today I got this new stroke.
Tell me.
Oh yeah, I tell her straight up.
Yes.
See, I always thought that guys just masturbate for the intention of coming as fast as possible. Like not even, I didn't know they try to like prolong it, try different things. I thought they'd just be like.
And then
me too. I think I thought that too, like just to get it out. Like.
Yeah, I didn't think that y'all really like love each other, love yourself like that.
Foreplay. Or 5, because you got 5 fingers.
They'd be like, let me get myself a drink.
I play.
Most men
set up a whole scene.
It depends on, it's levels to sex, man. It depends on, you know what I'm saying? There's like, it's an infinite spectrum of experiences you can have sexually. Like on a spiritual level, there's a lot that can happen. So,
and we had to talk about it. I had to talk to her about even the masturbation thing because I started to feel a little guilt behind it. Because, I didn't want it to feel like I was low key. I don't know,
some people would be upset.
Thinking with your hand.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just let her know, like, hey, I do this. I don't know if it's, just so it's an open line of communication.
Right.
So
do you ever like switch hands? Like, I'm using my left hand today.
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna try something spicy.
And then your right hand be like, who's that?
Hold hands.
Who's that bitch? You want a threesome?
I know.
I'm done talking to y'all.
Do y'all ever use toys in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like how, like very consistently, or just every now and then?
I think we mostly use them when you're out of town, because there's like the one we have where it's like it has an app on your phone, so like, and a video thing at the same time, so you could like be on video and he can be controlling what the toy does remotely, and then I have the toy. So
I saw that. Is that a good one? I've never tried.
I love it.
That's probably the best toy for couples.
You know,
Let's see if we can hack into that and post it. But listen, I really love both of you guys together. I think that, it's amazing. I wish we could have been at your wedding. I saw everybody talking about it and how dope it was.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, good. So
yes.
No, and even like I love that you were so happy. Like I can just see how happy Ace Hood is now. So I think that's really dope because we've known him before this.
His dreads is flourishing. Everything is just
skin glowing. Everything is just y'all popping over there.
Thank you.
You guys compliment each other very well.
That's right.
Sure.
Thank you.
Don't fuck up, because right now y'all relationship goals, okay?
Hello.
Fuck this
up. Please, I'm regular, I promise.
All right, and Ace Hood, we are looking forward to seeing you when this quarantine is over, and keep on hearing some more new music. What situation are you in right now? Independent? What are you gonna do?
Well, right now, I'm independent. I got my partners over at Empire, who I'm working with now. So we got the
shout out to Ghazi, that's my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Empire.
Great people over there. So I dropped the self-preservation project earlier, just to kind of speak on the pandemic, and then I'm dropping the Mr. Hood project on May 29th. So
right,
excited, man.
We got 2 singles from that so far. So
yes.
We're looking forward to it. Keep pumping out the music.
Right. I saw your hands kissing each other just now. So that's
there.
Good.
You go. It's gonna get on tonight.
I'm excited.
Threesome.
But now, thank y'all so much for being a good sport, and this was really dope. We appreciate you. Happy Memorial Day.
You too.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, y'all.